the delivery might make it a little difficult.
But the delivery is raw.
And the women like stuff to be sugar-coated for us.
And we're not doing that.
And you're not doing that.
And that's the part where they got to get past.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say once you get past the I need the sugar and you just get like direct to the point. Yeah. Like I love directness, right? So that's why I'm not easily offended because I'd rather you be straight up honest with me than to go around circles with me. I don't have the time for that.
Right.
So like I was never offended listening to it because I'm like, okay, I see what we need to work on, right?
And this is coming from which camera are we looking at?
One.
That one. And this is coming from a strong Black woman saying this.
I am.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I wasn't offended at all. You know, I just feel like women, we're so used to men or to anyone. Like we live in a world where people, they want to appease to women, you know, so they tiptoe around you, they sugarcoat things, they deliver things with the softest blow. And sometimes that's not effective. Hey, Honesties, welcome back to another episode of Honesty Though Podcast. I'm your host, Zena, and today I have a special guest. He's a return guest. If you're a loyal fan and you've been here since 2022, then you should know Billboard Benny. He's a rapper, he's an artist, he's a dad, and we the loop. What's up, Benny?
We the loop. Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I just know you say it.
We the loop. What you think?
We looped in. We locked in.
We locked in. You in a loop. That's a fact.
Okay. Nice to have you again. Thank you for joining me. And I'm excited about your new project you're working on. Yeah. When does that release?
January 26, 24.
That is next week, Friday. Yep. So y'all better tune in. And today we're going to get into that project. But first, we're going to do Z's Fast 5. So I ask you 5 questions of this or that. Okay. You give your answer and we keep it pushing.
Okay.
You're from Bed-Stuy. You're a rapper. Jay-Z or Biggie?
Hove.
Okay. A chopped cheese or a bacon, egg, and cheese?
None.
Oh. I forgot Betty's vegetarian. Damn.
I don't eat that.
You know you could make like your own chopped cheese from...
All right, so we're gonna go with the chopped cheese. All right, bet.
Yeah, with like mushrooms and stuff.
No,
vegan,
we going with
so
bacon, egg, and cheese.
So you know I be throwing it down.
We're gonna go with the bacon, egg, and cheese.
Okay.
Yeah.
Vegetarian style. Yes. Yeah. Okay. A pair of fresh Timbs or a pair of white ups?
Damn, that's a good one.
I know.
Lifeline. We're going to go with the 10 butters. The loop said the 10 butters, the loop in the building.
He got them on right now, too. That's the funny thing. We're going to go with the
lifeline. Yeah, we're going with 10 butters.
I like that. Hennessy or tequila?
None.
Champagne.
Yeah, we go with the sham.
Okay.
Sham.
I knew you were going to say that. And for your last one, for your woman, do you like a woman who's a homebody or a woman who... be out in the mix? I'm not going to say in the streets because that gives it a bad rep, but you know, someone who goes out often, who people know her.
Yeah, I don't want nobody in the streets. I'll take a home.
I don't think any man wants a woman in the streets.
Absolutely not.
I'm going to need y'all to let me know as a man, though, what your preference is.
Yeah, absolutely not. We ain't gonna,
Okay, well, thank you for participating. And let's get into your body of work. I've listened to what you sent me, and my initial reaction was like, somebody got him effed up. Like, who hurt you?
Who hurt me is crazy. Yeah, who hurt me is crazy. Who hurt me is crazy.
I literally was like, nah, Betty snapped. Somebody pissed you off. So tell me what inspired this new work of art. Because I'm getting a lot of relationships. I'm getting a lot of Shorty was undeserving. Shorty is just not what you thought she was.
But it's really like a multitude of situations. It's not just one situation. You know, when I first came up here, I was more on that
positivity.
I'm still positive though. I'm still
You
positive. Yeah,
are.
yeah. But you know, I've been single since then.
Okay.
And
wait, so you were in a relationship last time you were here?
I was seeing somebody when I was here.
Got it.
For the past 2 years, I've been single. So, you know, that's probably like what drove me to like create this body of work. Just, you know, real life events.
You know, and you know, like usually you go through a breakup, like Summer Walker, you drop your hottest shit. Hey. That's the vibe I was getting.
Yeah.
And I was like, I like There's Good and Goodbye. I want to know what you were thinking when you recorded Maybe There's a Good and Goodbye. Because usually when I hear goodbye, I don't think of it as a positive thing at all. at least from my experience in relationships, right? Or just situationships. So why do you think that there could be a good and goodbye?
Just being positive about it.
Don't be positive. I want the truth. Like,
truth is sometimes when you say goodbye to somebody, you know, people hear the word goodbye, right? And all they hear is the bye. But there's good and goodbye. Sometimes you gotta cut people to fuck off. Good.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta cut people to fuck off and you know, seek the good in saying bye to somebody.
You know what? That's how I felt with this podcast. So I get that. No shade to anyone, but that's really my experience.
Wait for Benny to come in and say that is crazy. Yo.
I had said nothing about that breakup, and here I am.
To come in and say that is crazy, Z.
It's my truth, Benny.
Yo, this is smoke season.
No, you wrote the song, and it got me to think. You know, it changed my perspective.
God bless him.
Right?
God bless him. God bless him. Go ahead.
It changed my perspective because I've been so much happier partying solo compared to when I was with a group. So I do understand that, you know, sometimes not everyone deserves to take the ride with you for a lifetime. You know, sometimes letting go of dead weight, no shade to those girls. I'm just saying in general, right? No, for real. Letting go of dead weight, you know, letting go of people who may not serve you anymore can help lift you up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's the good and the goodbye.
See, it's a perspective.
Right.
I never really looked at it that way. So
yeah,
thanks to you and your song.
Goodbyes are healthy sometimes.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. You sound like Fab on this one song. Damn. The name is She'll Never Miss or She Never Misses.
Little Miss Never Miss?
Little Miss Never Miss. Yeah. You gave me OD Fab vibes.
Really?
Yeah. For a second, I forgot who I was listening to. I'm not going to lie to you.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh. I guess that's a compliment.
It is. It is, right? And I want to know, like, what have been your experience with relationships and how have they influenced this new body of work for you?
Well, in regards to that record or just in general?
Just in general. Well, or you can start with that one and then generalize it.
I mean, with that record, when I was doing that record, I just wanted to, I guess, balance the tape out because I was listening to a lot of expression and a lot of releasing. So I was like, all right, I gotta dig in the bag of like actually maybe manifesting the type of woman that, you know, is not in the streets and stuff. So that's why I made that song. But in general, we said, what's my relationship? What
has been your experience of relationships and how do they influence your bodies of work?
In the past, my relationships didn't influence my bodies of work.
So this is the first body of work.
Absolutely. I never expressed myself like I did here. All my other projects that I've made would be like life experiences in the streets and shit like that.
Yeah.
But this one was more so like, you know, getting it off my chest of, you know, the relationship stuff. And also speaking from a male's perspective on things, you know. Yeah. Because often we go quiet and, you know, we get silenced because we the masculine.
Yeah, y'all not allowed to like
we're not allowed
express that emotion, that hurt, that pain, any of it.
We're not supposed to feel that.
Yeah.
Right. So that was just like me speaking from a male's perspective and setting record straight.
My side of the story, pretty much.
Yeah.
What kind of like fan base do you hope to gain with this new work that you're releasing? Honestly
though,
I was waiting for it. Tell me, don't leave me
honestly though, I don't care.
Ooh.
This was for me.
Okay.
But I do feel like it's gonna spark debates.
Yeah.
That's why I really chose you, because I know your perspective on things. And I was like, if I send it to Z, she's gonna give me a great interview because I said her perspective on things, I didn't think it aligned with what I was rapping about.
My perspective on you didn't think they aligned?
I didn't think it aligned because I think you're like more pro the female side.
Actually, I'm not.
You're not?
I'm not pro either side. I'm pro what's right and what's wrong. I'm a Libra. I'm all about balance and justice, right? Okay. Like, I'm never going to be like, F man because he did you dirty, right?
Right.
Like, especially like sometimes I speak to my female friends and I'm like, okay, what did you do to have him react that way, right?
Right.
Because I have to be a mirror also. I take a lot of accountability. I apologize when I'm wrong, and my man holds me accountable. So I'm not gonna practice something in my relationship and then preach something else to my friends or to anyone else. You get what I'm saying? Like, so as much as I'm for women, I'm also for men's health and their mental health. You know, I'm also for who's right and who's wrong. And I think I'm solution based. So you read me wrong on that.
Okay.
What about me gave that I was...
Because there was one time when we were talking and I was like female and you was like woman.
Well, yeah.
And that little point right there, I was like, maybe, you know.
I see what you're saying.
You get what I mean?
Yeah. So. Yeah, it's just I don't like the word female. I just said it actually speaking to you, right? Yeah. But I'm becoming more open to the usage of it and the context of it.
Okay.
A lot of times when men would say you females, they really want to say you bitches. I mean, think about it. Y'all want to say you
women
bitches.
Call themselves bitches, so
I mean we do, but
that's like
it's contradictory.
Super.
Yeah.
But
I mean that's what women do. We contradict ourselves. See?
Yeah.
I am accountable.
That's probably my relationship experience, a bunch of contradictory events.
Can you hold yourself accountable maybe for picking the wrong women?
Yeah, I was shopping in the same store, getting the same outfit.
Same outfit, same body. No, let me stop.
Nah, not the same body. I don't like the anteaters, but the Bugs Life bodies, but I like them natural.
Okay, that was actually going to be one of your this or that question.
Yeah, I like natural women.
Natural women or enhanced?
I mean, I don't mind them enhanced, but, you know, whatever.
Not overly.
Yeah.
I want to go back since you said this. What are you calling it? Is it an album? Is it an EP?
I just call it a project for you know, political reasons.
Okay, so
you know, albums are like really like. I mean, you would call it an album. This is an indie album. You know, it's independent.
I like project.
It's an independent release. Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna say project. How can you say expressing this music in this body of work has helped with your past relationship experiences?
I mean, it's like a day-to-day convo with the bros. You know what I mean? Like anybody in my immediate circle, I've seen it bounce back. You see the you know, me and the fellas go through all this type of shit all the time. So it's just a release. It's a final you know, it's like the time where I finally get to, you know, speak what's on my mind type of thing. You know, I like to make music based off of life, based off of like moments in time where I'm at, you know. And yeah.
And this is where you're at right now.
Yeah, more or less.
Was it like difficult for you? Because I feel like this is the first time you've done this kind of body of work. Was it difficult to get it out? Like, it's new territory to some extent, right? Even though you're rapping about your life, you're speaking about your experiences, it's more of a vulnerable space because now people can formulate whatever idea. You see how I was like, who hurt you? Like somebody got him effed up. Like,
that's okay.
Was it?
That's okay.
And that's okay.
That's super okay. I don't care how they feel.
No, that's what I'm saying.
It was fun. It was fun to make.
Yeah, okay.
I had fun making it. I had fun making it. You know, I'm speaking my truth. I don't be lying. And last time I came here, I told you, like, men should be vulnerable.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? Like, little boys can't be vulnerable. So at the end of the day, I don't care what perceptions they'll have, like, who hurt him? He's heartbroken. He needs to heal. You know, that's the things that people love saying. But no, I was just speaking my truth. I had fun making it.
Because I think vulnerability is power. Like, there's power.
It is power. It's taking your power. You're not hiding nothing from nobody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And I feel like people deserve, as an artist, I feel like people deserve to get your most authentic self. You know what I mean? Like, or you're just going to be hiding behind a mask all the time.
Yeah.
And I'm not that guy.
When I always say when you're authentic, people are able to relate to you better. Yeah. You know, like, and with this project, it's also like there can be so many other men who are going through the same thing or who have had those same experiences.
Yeah.
Excuse me. I got purple cabbage juice coming up my chest. But hearing this project, they can feel more like comfortable in being open about sharing those relationship experiences.
Either that,
right?
or they'll see like, all right, there's more people going through that, and maybe they could use it as a guide or something through it. Never know. I don't know how it's gonna touch the men. I don't know how the women are gonna react to it.
Do you have a hope as to how you want it to be received
I just want
by either gender?
I just want it to be received in an organic way. At the end of the day, like I said, it was for me. It was like a release of thoughts. And there's no when you create, there's like no expectation on the creation. Like it's like I'm just doing what I naturally do, what I'm good at doing. So I ain't really too hard pressed on how people gonna receive it. I do know that they're gonna love it because this is like, to me, my best work.
Mm-hmm.
It's new.
Really good.
So
yeah,
I think it's gonna be received well. Like all the other things, I'm not really too hard pressed about.
Yeah, I like the positivity also. And it's kind of like speaking into existence what you want the outcome to be, right? If you focus on people are going to be judgy, people are going to do this, that's what may come.
Yeah.
When you're like, just receive it organically, form your own perception.
I do believe that women who are knowledgeable, who think, such as yourself,
Duh.
right?
No thanks.
Duh, right? So, like, I think that group would understand, like, all right, if you listen to this record, that record, it's obvious that this is a particular person, another particular person. These are just moments in time with these individuals. That doesn't mean that all of you are bitches. That doesn't mean that all of you ain't shit. That doesn't mean that all of you are, you know what I mean? Like, so, it's well-rounded, it's balanced, and yeah, I just know that it's gonna be received well. Maybe my unicorn will fall out the sky when she hears.
When she hear it, right? She be like, oh shit.
They fumbled that.
This is what he been through, Levy.
Yeah.
Captain saved this hell.
Maybe she'd be like, I got a chance. Let me come.
You got what?
I got a chance. Let me go get him.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, probably not.
You never know. You never know.
Yeah.
You really never know. Tell me what was going through your mind when you wrote This Life is a Novela. Because novella is
a soap opera.
Exactly, right?
Right.
So tell me what was going through your mind.
Life is a novella. Everything, day-to-day life is just a novella. No matter what you...
But soap operas usually, they're drama-filled.
Life is drama-filled.
Highs, lows.
Life is highs and lows. Okay. Your life is drama-filled, even if it's positive.
Who said that?
Everybody's life. We all going through something. So it's like, life's a novella. Like, it's drama, it's highs, lows, it's bounce backs, it's figuring out, it's a lot of characters, so.
I think it was a really good way to start the album because it kind of exactly what you describe a novella to be. It kind of like you strap on, at least I strapped on my seatbelt, the imaginary one, to listen, right? Because just from the opening, I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be some good shit. Like literally that, all right. I voice noted you on Instagram. And that was like my organic initial reaction. I know. Nah, he snapped. Dope. Because it's a storytelling that that's gonna come, that's gonna follow after that opening song, right? And I feel like you did that really well. You took us on a journey. And as you said, there's different characters along that journey with you. It's not just one person. Right? And it's so funny that you made that distinction because while I was listening, I was like, he can't be talking about the same person. Like, there's so many like little characteristics you drop to insinuate that it's someone different. Does that make sense?
Absolutely. I already know what you're talking about.
Okay, stop. I'm talking about a lot of things. I'm not going to repeat what I'm And I think that gives that more relatability. You know what I'm saying? Like, as far as people listening, when you realize, like, for me personally, when I listen to music, I like stuff I can relate to. So I'm like, okay, I'm not the only person who goes through this.
So what'd you feel as a woman hearing that perspective?
Ooh, your perspective?
Yeah.
We got to do better.
We got to do better?
Yeah. Well, that was what I got from listening to it, right? Just realizing like the way we hurt men without maybe being aware, the behaviors we portray, and I'm guilty for some of it as well. You know, like, I'll tell you, trust me. Stop. I'm hot.
Clap it up.
No, for real. Like, and just sometimes you're not aware of certain behavior or like how things you may say or do may affect the other person you're with, you know? So to me, it was like an eye opener, right? Because at least for me, my man does tell me like, yo, he lets me know when I'm wilding. You know what I'm saying? It's up to me to like be more mindful, take accountability and change certain things, right? For a lot of women, I mean, realistically, especially women who are not in relationships or they're just doing situationships, men don't care enough to let you know half of the shit that you do that bothers them. Right or wrong?
Some of us.
Some men, but
some of us set the tone right when we're entering the situationship or whatever it is. I'm one of them.
Okay, so that hasn't been my experience in the past, right?
Oh, okay.
I'll be like, oh, I've been doing this all the time. Like, no one said anything.
Nah, sometimes, well, in today's age, you got to let it be known the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah, I agree. But yeah, it was an eye-opener, you know, because I'm like, sheesh, like, this is how men feel when you do this, or this is how this may affect them.
Like triggers.
Triggers, exactly. Yeah. And it's like, we're so lost in our own worlds. Let's be honest. We live in a world of delusion half the time. So we see nothing else except our feelings, our emotions, and that's all that matters. Yeah. Right? Like, yeah, this man is here, but okay, he's here.
He ain't going nowhere.
Literally.
He ain't going nowhere. I got him.
That's a lot of women think.
Absolutely, I know.
And so it's really like you got to take the step back and really listen from a place where you're not on the defense. You feel me? It's like,
how hard is that?
It's hard.
Right.
I'll be honest.
So when they hear this, they're going to get defensive.
I think at first, yes. I think women are going to be offended. They're going to be like, literally, who hurt him? They're going to try to come for your manhood. Some of them.
What?
No, that ass.
My manhood.
Maybe not verbatim, right? Yeah. But I think once they take out that defense and they listen to understand, then they'll get the perspective I have.
Hopefully.
And you have to keep an open mind in order to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
so is this like a conversation with women, you feel? In a way?
In a way, yes. Wow. Yeah. Because I feel like you're saying, this is what I've been through. This is what I don't like. This is how it's affected me. This is how it's affected my view on this person. You know, depends on which song you're listening to, right? And I feel like there's a lot of songs where you are speaking to the women. A lot of it is like, take a step back and really listen and understand where I'm coming from, so that maybe your man doesn't have to go through what I went through. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's just the person's perspective.
So let me ask you this: remember when we first sat down and I said, it's not verbatim, but it was something in a range of like, you know, maybe if we understand them a little more, we can help the women act better.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So now this is a different approach. And this approach is more so like telling them what y'all doing wrong through my pain, through my experiences, right? So do you think that this approach could yield those same results from the first time we sat down?
Ooh, that's a good question. I gotta think. Hold on one second. I think it could. The delivery might make it a little difficult.
But the delivery is raw.
And the women like stuff to be sugar-coated for us.
And we're not doing that.
And you're not doing that.
And that's the part where they got to get past.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I say once you get past the I need the sugar and you just get like direct to the point. Yeah. Like, I love directness, right? So that's why I'm not easily offended, because I'd rather you be straight up honest with me than to go around circles with me. I don't have the time for that.
Right.
So like I was never offended listening to it, because I'm like, okay, I see what we need to work on. Right.
And this is coming from, which camera are we looking at?
One.
That one. And this is coming from a strong Black woman saying this.
I am.
Absolutely.
So yeah, I wasn't offended at all. You know, I just feel like women, we're so used to men or to anyone. Like, we live in a world where people, they want to appease to women, you know, so they tiptoe around you, they sugarcoat things, they deliver things with the softest blow. And sometimes that's not effective. You know, sometimes you need that hard, like,
Because, when you posted that clip of me saying that, I got a bunch of DMs. I got a bunch of women like, oh my God, you're so sweet, right? That's the sugarcoating I felt like.
Yeah. It's a pandering.
It's super pandering.
So from a man's perspective, he may look at it like he pandering to women. Even though that's really how you feel at your core.
Or at that time.
Exactly, yes.
In that moment, right?
Yeah.
So now I feel like, women probably see, I'm a Gemini, so there's like two sides of me. They're going to see the other side. And the other side is blunt. The other side is raw. The other side is, straight.
Honest, direct,
straight to the point. But yeah, that's a great perspective to have on it. Can't sugarcoat things. You got to get the message straight to them. I do believe that this approach would yield better results.
Why do you think so?
Because, it's just like online, the negativity wins, right? So this is sugared negativity. It's really not negative, but it's delivered in a way that will attract it, where we bringing them and sitting them down for a serious conversation, and not so inviting way, and like a not so inviting way. But it's a serious conversation. So yeah, I think we'll get those results this way.
I see what you're saying. I get what you're saying. It's more controversial.
Yeah.
And the world is for controversy.
Yeah, like I was on the internet talking about, they asked me, will you ever drop your hose? And I'm in cups, I'm not gonna name it, we on another pod, right? But I'm like,
you can shout cups and conversations.
All right, that's my dog, yo, Paul, what up? So yeah, I'm on cups and combos, and I'm like, never. I'm never getting rid of my hose, right? To the naked eye, I'm like, this guy's
you're a player.
I'm a player, but I'm really not.
Yeah.
I don't really got hoes.
So why?
But I just know that that's gonna grab your attention, right?
Yeah.
And also, I'm a single man. So right now, no, I'm not just dropping my freedom.
Yeah.
But I put it in a way of never. I'm not dropping my hose.
I get what you're saying.
You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's like, it's all about the way you deliver things to people. And, you really
and who's consuming it too.
Yeah, you're really smart for saying, like, you got to look past
the harsh delivery.
The harsh delivery, facts.
Yeah, but sometimes that's what we need.
But the harsh delivery is just my emotions.
It's raw emotion. Yeah. And that's fine.
There's no holding back.
And I think that's one of the reasons why I like it so much, because it's just like, damn, like this is really how he feels in that moment. This is how this affected him. And that's okay to express that.
Mental health is important.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially as a man. Like,
because we deal with life in a way different way. Some of us will go off the ledge behind women.
That's a stupid man. Sorry, I'm so sorry to say.
I mean, no, because women are our weakness. So you can't say like that's a stupid man.
Okay.
Because you could have a loyal guy. You could have a soldier. You could have the one that you want and fumble them. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think women understand the power that they have.
I don't think
some of y'all get the power in your hands and don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's not a weak man. That was a weak woman.
I'm gonna give perspective. I do see what you're saying, right? I'm not a man, but from my experience and the men around me, like they stand firm in themselves first and foremost, right? So as much as they
you should.
Exactly. So that's why I say, all right, maybe weak wasn't the right term, but I feel like man or woman, you shouldn't make someone like the center of your universe.
But there are so many people that do.
Yes, and that's where you F up.
And that's where love F's up.
Ooh, go ahead.
That's where love F's up. You know what I mean? Like, there's people that look for love in their partner. And there's nothing wrong with that.
There's a lot wrong with that.
There's nothing wrong with that. Because
you should love yourself first,
You should love yourself first. But some of us, I'm going to take myself.
Okay.
If I fall in love with somebody, that's family. So when I leave them, that's like a family member dying. Right? Love is not just a like.
No.
Love is real deep. It's those deep waters, right? And some people drown in those deep waters. You know what I mean? Like, you can't judge those people for that, because some people love unconditionally. And, when those conditions change, those people change. And some of us aren't as strong. Some of us, like me, I got an outlet. Some people don't have that outlet. I got an outlet. I could talk through my rhymes. I could talk through my music and release it.
Yeah.
And get people to connect with me with it. You know what I mean? But some people don't got that. Some men, there's so many scenarios I could give you. Like there's some men that don't have family. They don't have, so say they with a female, a woman, say they with a woman for mad years now, right? And then she going out sitting at a dinner table with some random nigga and he think she at her mother house. Or she out playing and she giving him excuses of where she at and he's staying solid, right?
Yeah.
Some of us are bug outs.
I mean, that's true. I get that.
You can't sit in a car full of people with guns and be afraid of the outcome.
Ooh.
So you can't have a certain man next to you and not understand that there's a certain possibility that comes with this person, right? And then in today's times, like, it sounds good, you know, they be like, oh, women try to change men, right? There's some niggas that y'all should be trying to change, and y'all change them for the worse.
You're so fucking right. You are so
y'all
right.
Change them for the worse.
And a lot of us don't even realize that. Yeah. I never thought about changing for the worst. I always thought about changing for the better.
And y'all change them for the worse.
Wow.
That's facts.
I get that.
I could have been one of them. I could have been changed for the worse.
What made you not allow yourself to be?
Discipline. I love myself more. You know, I'm headstrong. I'm a leader. You know what I mean? I got good people around me. I got people that love me around me. You know, when times get dark, I got my brothers I go to chill with my brothers. I got my pops. I got my family. You know, so I got my daughter. That's my light, right? Yeah. So I can't afford to change for the worse.
Got it.
I gotta pick me first. I gotta pick me first.
Too. Yeah.
But when it comes to my relationship with women now, I feel like, yeah, it's a little damp. It's a little stain on the shirt. Like, you gotta prove something that women are not trying to prove these days.
Which is, what do you think? Themselves. They're not trying to prove
themselves to anyone, especially to a new guy that they dating.
I mean,
there's no tradition these days.
That's subjective.
How?
And I'm not saying I'm an anomaly.
I mean,
right?
you are what, West Indian?
Yeah.
You're traditional.
For the most part. Yeah.
There are, I think we had this convo, like certain classes, they grew up different in their home. But the majority of what we got out here now is ass, titties, my pussy good.
Yeah, that's all they have to offer.
Yeah, you owe me this.
That's what they bring to the table.
Yeah.
And it's always just, how much money you have, what can you spend on me, and that's it.
Right. I'm not trying to get wound up in that neither. Like, to get to your question, like, I'm not trying to be stuck in the filth. So, you know, discipline helped me not be weak. Like, you know, choosing yourself first, finding a good and a good bye. You know
I get that. Wow. I feel like I don't need to say anything else because it was such like a full circle moment that I can just end this podcast episode right here. Yeah. Seriously, what else do I need to say? What else do you want to say?
I don't know. This Life's Novela coming out. Hopefully it fixes and repairs all of the damaged goods that's out here. I did it for me, but I did it for y'all too. And, you know, hopefully y'all could look past the rawness of how I delivered it. And maybe you could be more like Z. She gets it.
Just keep an open mind.
She gets it, you know.
I'm a very open-minded person.
And if you don't get it, then that's fine too, you know.
Yeah.
You're going to lose a good thing too.
Ooh, that is true. Let this be the lesson.
You're going to lose a good thing, man. Y'all be fumbling good things.
We do.
And things get real dark after that.
I fumbled a few good men in my life, so I get it.
Ain't no clouds over me. I don't know. Y'all be wilding.
Okay, well, Betty, drop your social media handle. Yeah, let them know where they can find a new project when it drops next week.
Yeah, my social media handle is @Billboard Benny. You can find me everywhere at Billboard Benny. This Life's a Novela, produced by my brother Dollar Vision. CG's We the Loop. That's coming out January 26th. Yeah, just stay in the loop. We gonna keep bombing and get like Z.
Period. Get like me.
Get like Z. Honestly though.
Well, thank you so much for coming on
Yeah,
for premiering your new project with me. I got to listen before everyone else, so
I feel like Z was looking at me like, damn, he got a point.
yeah.
He got a point.
Literally, I've never been speechless. I'm hardly ever speechless because my mouth runs a minute. But I was just sitting here like, damn, he preaching. Like, I really just had to sit back and listen. And there's some episodes I'm like, oh, this is therapy. I like when episodes like mirror real life. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
And I feel like this conversation did that for me. So thank you.
Thank you.
We both thankful.
Absolutely.
And thank you for tuning in. I shall see you next week. Like, comment, share, subscribe, follow Benny. Be on the lookout for the Life is a Novela project.
Absolutely.
Dropping next week, Friday, January 26th. Stamped, sealed, and delivered. And I shall see you all next week. Bye.